I started to realize almost all of our suffering comes from unconsciously entering different thought worlds and then fully believing it when we're inside them. Future worlds, failure worlds, comparison worlds. The scariest part about that is when we are inside one of these worlds, or I guess a better way to say it is inside any of these reoccurring thought loops, it doesn't just feel like a thought anymore. It feels permanent. It feels like objective reality, like truth. It's been a minute since I did one of these. It was the longest break I've at least taken since I started. This past month was an awful lot of inner work. Talking to people I know, they were all kind of going through it too. So if that's the case for you, congratulations, we're so back. Typically I can come on here and just like freestyle stuff, but I was like, nah, this is gonna require a little bit more precision. I needed to digest an unavoidable truth. The entire world that I am suffering inside of exists only as a temporary mental environment. And there is an awareness behind that is perfect and completely untouched. And we have 100% access to it. So I ask myself, what's keeping us trapped? The answer is simple: resistance. We are consciously or unconsciously resisting our entire experience in every moment of every day. Shit, if you just noticed right now and breathed into your body, chances are you'll feel yourself fighting somewhere. Your chest, your stomach, your jaw, your thoughts. We're all fighting something. Or rather, we're all fighting someone. But who? Who exactly are we fighting when you are the entire experience itself? You see, we resist life because there are things we don't want to accept. We don't want to accept our jobs, our relationships, our fears about ourselves. But acceptance is the language of enlightenment. It's our love letter to the universe. It's the ticket to our higher self. Not because acceptance magically fixes all of our problems, but because acceptance dissolves the illusion that you are separate from what has happened. So now, for why we're here. I was meditating a couple weeks ago, and I was really trying to feel where I was resisting. And deeper than that, what was even there to resist? I was for sure wrestling my own ego and my own inner judgment. That little inner voice that condemns us so deeply we either spend our whole lives fighting against it or collapsing under its weight. And thankfully, in that moment, I sort of woke up and felt the edges of my awareness and saw some way to disconnect from that loop. Not by fighting it or seeing these assumptions as some eternal fate, but rather just a state that was happening only in this mind for only just this moment. Only in this mind for only just this moment. That's it. Accept everything you are feeling totally and completely, but frame it for exactly what it is. Sure, think you're a failure. Think you're amazing. Think life is over. Think your heart is broken. But only in this mind for only just this moment. And in that realization, you know, that interrupts the identification with everything immediately. Real freedom doesn't come from monitoring my positive self-talk every second of the day. It comes from realizing that I am not the mind. I am the witness, awareness behind it. So if I ever catch myself spiraling and telling myself another story and living in these negative thoughts, I could just say, yeah, sure, that's all true, but only in this mind for only just this moment. But only in this mind for only just this moment. And it instantly pulls me out of whatever loop I was unconsciously living in. Of course, there'll be tons of moments where you fall back into the trap and it happens over and over and over again, and that's normal. When you've spent years living inside a certain mental paradigm, your nervous system will keep trying to return you back to what's familiar. But the important thing is, when you see it happening now, you no longer fully belong to it. So you will get caught up again, but I promise you, there's no fear. You simply notice it and return back to accepting it. Yeah, sure, totally, I'm all of these things, but only in this mind for only just this moment. Yeah, I'm great, I'm a loser, I'm awesome, I'm a failure, but only in this mind for only just this moment. It's not objective reality, and when we can fully accept, even the worst thoughts about yourself, you recognize that they don't need to live with you anymore. They stop needing to control you. You stop, feeding them the resistance they need. You stop building an identity with them, and you stop turning passing weather into permanent truth. And what's left underneath all that? It's flow. It's the present moment. The only thing there ever was. And the only thing separating us from the now are these temporary mental blockages. And we just can't seem to not identify with them. It's like we're building a dam in our own stream. But once you see it clearly, you can finally start to let go. And maybe that's all healing really is. Not becoming someone new, but just releasing your grip on the things you were never meant to carry. Accept it all. Accept it all. Because it's all happening only in this mind for only just this moment. Feels good to be back. Thanks for taking a second to sit with me. As always, this is here if you need it.